In this video, we're going to be looking at using GeoGebra to plot graphs. So the first thing to do is go to the website geogebra.org, and then you click on Start Calculator. And this is the image that you're going to get. Now we've got lots of things we can do. I would go to the full size, so there's a full screen icon we can press. So click on that and go to full size. And then at the bottom left hand corner, I have a keyboard, so I press that, and that gives me a keyboard to be able to type the information onto. And you can see I can do squared and square root and powers and things like that. And I can either use the keypad or I can use this to type in. So I'm going to type in my graph, so which is going to be y equals x squared, so y equals x squared minus 5. And you see it writes in that place at the top. And then what happens is the software automatically produces me the picture of the graph. Now if I want to change the graph, I can drag it around with my mouse, or alternatively I can zoom in and zoom out, click on whichever button I'm deciding that I need to do. Okay, so it can be repositioned all the time. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually do an activity which is going to involve you plotting the graph on GeoGebra, identifying the places where the graph crosses the axes, so they're the key points that we've got to have here. And then on your question paper, answer paper, you're going to draw the graph out, sketching it, so it's not done to scale, there's no numbers on there, and on the actual axes you're going to label where the points are that it crosses. So on this one I can see that it's crossing at about 2.2 and negative 2.2 on the x-axis, and it goes down to negative 5 on the y-axis. Actually, its exact values will be the square root of 5 and the negative square root of 5. Having done that one, if I now want to go and edit, just put a new graph on it, I want to edit the old one, all I do is I click on the box where the equation of the graph was written originally, click in there, I can delete, and then I can just type in my new equation. So in this case I've got some of the questions have got brackets in them, so I've got two brackets next to each other, and I just type it in as I see it, and it draws me my new graph. And again, if I choose to, I can move it, I can resize it, whatever I choose I want to do with this. Depending on, I want to be able to see the points where it crosses the axis, as we said before. Now for the equations involving brackets, okay, again, identifying the key points where it crosses the axes. And I copy out the equation and I'm going to expand out the brackets. Now remember the process that we would do this. We multiply everything in the first bracket by everything in the second bracket. So as I'm doing this, I'm going to say, so x times x is x squared, so y equals x squared. Then I'm going to do x times negative 4, which is negative 4x. Then I'm going to do 2 times x, so it's plus 2x. And then I'm going to do 2 times negative 4, which is negative 8. And then I'm going to simplify it. So that gives me y equals x squared, take away 2x, take away 8. And then on the axes that are provided, I want to now sketch the graph out. So I look at the shape of it, I draw it roughly what it looks like. But the most important thing isn't necessarily the shape of the graph, although that's quite important, is actually where it's crossing the axes.